All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media. My name is Judson Powell, and please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and hit all the buttons for me. And most of all, though, hit the love button. All right, I want to talk about something that, well, it came out of like today. I was just like, I guess you call that Facebooking or whatever I was doing. So, and I was just going, and so I got all different types of people on my friends list, and I do that kind of on purpose so I could just get a little feel for things. And so I came across a group of young folks, and they were just talking all kinds of stuff, and most of it was like talking about black people, and so. And so then I was like, and then I thought about that girl, Candace, whatever her name is. I can't even, I try to selectively eliminate people from my mind sometimes. Candace Parker, is that what it is? No, that's the basketball player, ain't it? Well, anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about, the little girl that looked like an ant and always be talking stuff. And then with, it's like yesterday, it was like, what are you doing? It was like this man was buried yesterday. George Floyd was buried yesterday, and she's got posts all over the internet, not just on Facebook, but on all over social media. She's got posts talking about how she doesn't look at him as a martyr, and she doesn't consider him to be credible and all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, great, but it was the day of the man's funeral. I mean, have some respect, have some dignity. To me, that's a no-class move. That's a classless move. So anyway, so that's just how my personal feeling about that. But here's the thing: black people could actually take a lesson. And I know, hear me out before y'all start tripping. We could take a lesson from Trump and his cronies and the Trumpians and all the people, and even the Republicans in the Senate, because they will back stuff to the end. They will, even if they completely 100% wrong, all right, they stand by each other. Something that we don't do. And it was disturbing because the stuff that they were talking about the Moors. And so, and they were like putting forth all of this like really horrible misinformation about the Moors, who the Moors were. And so, and I'm just like, wow. And we are doctrinally so mixed up because of all the different religions and because of all the different, sects and all the, different things of people and everything. So we're all mixed up. So people always ask me, they're like, well, why are you so like intense on this whole Africa thing? And that everybody came from Africa. So, and it's proven. Well, it's not proven, but the writings and everything, the hieroglyphs, the writings, the papyrus, they all show the same thing. And no matter what, and I'm not just talking about Kemetic hieroglyphs, I'm talking about pretty much wherever you go, anywhere in the world where there were indigenous people that had color, they all got the same stuff. So if you look at so when I say hieroglyphs, I'm talking about like carvings in rock, no matter where they are. The Mayans had carvings in rock. Okay. There are even what we call Atlantis or Bimini or whatever you want to call it. Underwater, there are drawings of the same exact things. So my the logic that I put to it is, well, if you keep on getting the same things, then there has to be some commonality to it. So what's the one common denominator to it all? And the only one common denominator is Alkebulan. And we can prove that we had ships and we had ways to travel. We can also prove that we knew the speed of light and the speed of sound, and we knew we knew the way to navigate. We knew all the latitude and longitude lines. So we knew all of that. So if we knew all of that, then what's to say that we didn't do everything that we said? So the way I look at it, so that's why I look at it from the standpoint of, well, we have to look at it from the standpoint of we're all African, or we're all from Alkebulan. We're all Alkebulan. And the Kemetic hieroglyphs state that as well. Because like I said, that's the whole thing with Alexander the Great, was because they were like, well, you're not human. We the children of the sun, you not. And they try to explain to him, like, look, if you yellow, you good. If you red, you good. If you brown, you good. If you black, you good. But we don't have y'all on the spectrum. Okay? So this is, I'm not saying this stuff to be mean or to be racist or to be, anything like that. But that is one thing that we all have in common, and that even as far back as we know, as far back as possibly over 50,000 years, and then we all know that the Caucasian race came from the Caucasus Mountains, and that they were civilized by the black race, the Moors. So now people, and that's another thing. They walking around talking about the Moors. It's like, look, the Moors were just they were just people that were basically, they were in exile because people started taking over Kemet. Kemet was taken over, more times than any place on earth. Kemet has been taken over, in war more times than any place on the planet, because of the things that are there. They're still digging up Kemet to this day. People are still going there. Archaeologists, geologists, everybody wants to know how they built the pyramids. How did they do this? How did they do that? And if you look at it is, and it's all been documented and talked about for thousands of years. Even before, and that's why I say, even before the Bible and the Quran, there was Kemet. So if you're not, and there was Kush, and there was Ethiopia, all of these societies, and Nubia, all of these societies existed. They were great places. But to deny that's your origin, and to say, so the only thing that everybody that has color in their skin has in common is Alkebulan. So that's why I push that. Just like, even when they try to pit the Chinese against us and stuff like that, the Chinese are human. And it proves it. You know why? It is just like I said about the netters, the nature of people. Look at their nature. See, when people go outside of their nature, that's when perversion happens. That's when stuff happens. Like that's when things that go against the force of your creation, that's what ends you up in peril. And just like when the Chinese leader told us, he told the United States, he said, look, y'all have been in war most of the time, and if y'all had never went to war with anybody, because we think we got to go to war with people to prove our power and our strength, Chinese aren't like that. Chinese have, and something must be going. Look, you can only have, really have one baby in China, and China has 5 times as many people. 1 in every 5 people on earth is Chinese. So they must have learned something about life and procreation. And then after that, everybody else is what? African. There's no larger, and that's the other thing. Even in the United States, they try to get us to think that we're minorities. We're not minorities. There's no way in the world we're minorities. But we think like it. See, they get us to think like it. So they tell us, oh yeah, the Moors enslaved black people. Really? and got money for it. Really? So where is all this Moor money? The white folks still got their money. What, the Moors must have had a big gambling convention or something. But where is the money? They didn't get no money, y'all. They ain't got no money. And Moor just means black. And it was, and they were, and like I said, they were exiled out of Alkebulan. The reason why people went to West Africa to get slaves is because that's where all of the people that they pushed out of Nubia and Kemet and Kush, that's where they all went. Because people kept invading their land. Because people wanted to steal. And so finally, once they got this United States thing going, they say, well, hey, we stole everything else, so let's steal them. Look, everything over there is colonized. Look, France, England, Portugal, Spain. That's why you speak the language that you speak. You don't speak the language that you speak. Well, how come we don't speak more? How come we don't speak the native language of the Moors then? They wasn't in charge. That's what I'm trying to... So you need to understand, and all of the paradigms that are set forth. Somebody even said that they helped Leopold kill all those people. I was like, really? Okay, like they were in charge of anything. I mean, come on, y'all got to start thinking. Why do you speak English? You speak English because the English captured your butt and enslaved you. And captured and kicked all the Native Americans out, even if they were black. Even if the Native, and I believe they probably were, but even if the Native Americans are black, they came from Africa. They came from Alkebulan. They sailed ships. I mean, what is it? Khufu was buried with a ship in his burial chamber. If you look at the photos of the destruction at the library at Alexandria, and it wasn't no Alexandria. That's what I'm trying to say, y'all. They changed everything. They changed the paradigm. They changed what you think. They changed your mind. Your entire mind is deceived. We are an African people, all of us. Everybody that got, look, if you got color in your skin. Yeah, the Caucasian, the Greek, the Roman, somebody might have got to somebody in your family, that's right. Or somebody in your family might have went to one of them and they had children and all that. But guess what? The African is always comes out. Always. Me and my wife always my bitch say, you have the roughest beard ever. I'm like, that's that Sierra Leone and that Nigerian, baby. I got that straight Sierra Leone Nigerian. got it, girl. Anyway, I need to stop. But get it together, y'all. And we got to come into agreement about that one thing. And the other thing, and cut religion. It's not about religion. They didn't have religion. Do y'all understand that? When they came up with the racial thing, there was no race in religion. And even if y'all want to go to religion, go to the ecclesiastical books or go to Solomon or David, any of them people, right? Right? And what do they say? I am black and I am common. It don't say nothing about I am white. I am white as snow and pink. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm bad today. All right. Anyway, but still, we got to come to an agreement, y'all. We got to come into an agreement. About that stuff, and and the other thing is stop talking about interracial marriages and dating and all that, because that has no bearing on anything. It really has not, because technically a person that marries interracially, technically they doing us a favor, because they ain't gonna have no white baby. Even though let me shut up. Not gonna have a white baby, just Trust me. All right. Anyway, Fast 15 Minutes is up. My name is Justin Powell. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the buttons, hit the love button. I love you. Bye.